Thanks, guys, for joining us here on the Men's Movement. We've got a coffee break fit tip coming to you right now, and I wanted to talk about a thing that happened recently. I have employed someone, a social media, well, we can't say he, they, them, whatever nowadays. I'd like to call them kids. I've employed a kid to help me with my social media, and I call him a kid because they asked me, what audience are you trying to reach? And I thought of for a moment, how can I explain it to this kid? The best way of explaining it to him, because who are they? Who are we reaching? Who are we trying to get through the door? Who are we trying to ring? I thought, what's the best way to do this? I thought, I've got an idea. I'm going to talk to him like this. I said, you know what, kid? Who we're trying to reach are people who know what this is. Do you know what this is? I said to him. And I showed him a picture of this. And I'll put it up there quickly again if you didn't see that. Does anyone know what that is? Comment below if you know what that is. I bet you do know what that is. That is a dip switch. Comment below what it's for, because he had no idea, or they had no idea what it was for. And that got me thinking, you don't understand my audience. You don't know who they are. So I tried to explain like this. I said, do you remember what these were, buddy? I said, do you remember what this was? And he looked at me and said, oh. He said, oh, I don't know what that is. So I'll show you what it is. Remember this? I just grabbed one quickly out of the collection there. If those of you who remember this was an old band, Slade, Darling, Be Home Soon, and all the fantastic things. Remember those records? The good old days when there was look at that album sleeve. How good is that album sleeve? That is awesome. That's a trip back memory lane. So I said to him, I said, do you know what a record is? And he said, I do not know what a record is. I said, you know what a recording is? He said, yeah, of course I know what a recording is. And I went, of course you know what a recording is. I went, oh, a recording. And there's my play with words today, guys. Nothing special today with a quick fit hit tip. It was just about showing us oldies, what they, them, youngies are doing. We can't call them him, them, they, them. We call them kids. Okay, let's keep the kids going and let's keep us moving and keep us recording and playing and moving out the front door, because we really want to get there. If you go back to there, we want to get back to that door, guys. We want to get out that door and get you moving. Get out the door, guys. Get the recordings, plug them in your ears, and let's get some movement, guys. And we look forward to seeing you next time on the Men's Movement. Hope it's been a quick one. And by the way, if you want to, don't forget, you can buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee. I broke the handle on my coffee cup. How awful is that? It's in there. The handle came off. It fell off the shelf back there onto the floor and broke. So please buy me a coffee there, and I'll donate some of that money to the Men's Shed or the other charity on there, which is the Polished Man. Help them going and help them keep moving. Thanks so much for being on the Men's Movement today, and look forward to seeing less of you next time. Take care. Cheers.
You've been listening to the Men's Movement. Look forward to seeing less of you next time.